Welcome to the Utah Food Bank. We love to have people come to our house, and we've been having this group come for many, many years. And it's so important to us to see all of you coming in a variety of ages. It's important for us to see the continuation of the spirit of volunteerism. And today it's so important for us to celebrate such a special day and such a special leader. As we honor Dr. King, we need to remember that service needs to be handed from generation to generation. And to keep that dream of his alive, it's all of us as adults that need to take on that responsibility to be sure that our children coming behind us understand and participate in volunteerism. So thank you for being here today. I love to ask by a show of hands, who has been here before in the past to the Utah Food Bank? I love it when I preach to the choir. The Utah Food Bank started in 1904. We're 116 years old. I ask my staff occasionally, is it because we're not doing our job right? Or can we just not quite get our arms around the issue of hunger? And what we've learned is we are doing our jobs right. We're doing them correctly. But the audience continues to change. Those that we serve now for the responsibility of the Utah Food Bank is not just the Wasatch Front, but we're responsible for the entire state of Utah. So as we join together on a day like today, recognize you're helping those here in this community, but you're also helping them in communities across the state. 374,000 people in the state of Utah, that's 12% of our population, are struggling with issues of hunger. It's difficult to help someone who's hungry. I can't look at you and see that you haven't eaten. I don't have the opportunity to look at your cupboard or your pantry to see if there's nothing in your home. So we have to prepare kind of on the front end to be sure the product is available, the pantries are operational, the services are there. But more importantly, the heartfelt spirit of all of us comes together in camaraderie to be sure that we all can fight hunger. Last year, we distributed 45 million pounds of food to the state of Utah. It's a lot of green beans is my joke. But ironically, not all of our population now here in Utah understands or appreciates green beans. So while our message and our mission to fight hunger is changing, so is the cultures that we've had the opportunity to serve. I'm sure all of you see it every day. We've become blended, we've become wonderful in Utah and throughout our state. We're becoming true cities versus towns. I grew up in a town in southern Utah of 183 people. There were 5 kids my age. It's amazing for me now to have the oversight, to be able to look at the entire state, to see towns of every size, cities of every size and shape, and know that all of us are still coming together to volunteer. The 3 things we always will ask you for is food, time, and money. And today you're here with your time, and that's such a valuable commodity. We are so pleased to continue to have this event happen year after year. And we're so excited and so pleased and so honored to have our new mayor with us today. Congratulations. We're excited to see the changes you'll continue to make, the impact that you'll continue to have, and the opportunity you'll provide all of us to help you do just that. As we go through our program today, I want to welcome, in addition to the mayor, city council members who are here, we have a youth speaker. She will join us and she will be able to share with us important information from the perspective of her age. When we reach that point in the program and she's completed, then our volunteer manager, Andrea Macros, will come up. She's our instruction giver here today. She will put you to work and place you in an area of the warehouse where your task can be completed. We ask you to have fun. We ask you to work hard. We ask you to be safe. We ask you to come back next year. So at this point, ladies and gentlemen, our mayor. Thank you.
Good morning. Let me hear you. Good morning. Now, I don't usually dress like this, and you're not usually dressed like this on a Monday morning with all your friends from City Hall, but that's because we're going to work, right? I love the spirit of this room full of people. This is what makes Salt Lake City a thriving city, this commitment to each other. And Martin Luther King Jr. Day is the day that we serve each other. It's the day on, not a day off. So I'm grateful for you being here today. I'm honored to be the new mayor and to be here for the 4th time with my 3 kids. And to Jeanette's point, I congratulate and I thank every one of you parents who've brought your kids here today. If you're a parent who brought your kids here to do service with you today, please stand up. Thank you. And keep standing. Let's give them a round of applause. But if you're 18 years old or younger, 18 years old or younger, stand up. All right. Thank you. That's the future. You are the future of Salt Lake City, and Youth City government helps to build those future leaders. Everybody can be great because anybody can serve. You don't have to have a college degree to serve. You don't have to make your subject and your verb agree to serve. You don't have to know about Plato and Aristotle to serve. You don't have to know Einstein's theory of relativity to serve. You only need a heart full of grace, a soul generated by love. Salt Lake City embodies that. You embody that today. And Jeanette so gracefully puts it that especially and particularly with hunger, we can't predict who's hungry today. Hopefully no one in this room will be hungry when they leave because there's a lot of starch and dairy on that back table. Fill up your bellies. And then we're going to go to work together downstairs. We're going to break a sweat. We're going to be the fastest team you've had packing and unpacking boxes this whole year. And think as we work together of this spirit of camaraderie for the sake of the good of all people. And at the end of our shift, I'm going to ask everybody, we're going to ask them all at once, do you want to come back again next year? I'm not going to tell you what you have to say, but I have a feeling you're going to feel the spirit of camaraderie over the next couple of hours. And perhaps, I'm going to propose this, Jeanette, and working with Representative Angela Romero, who also happens to be a Salt Lake City employee and works with Youth City government, who has organized this event since 2001. This is the 18th year. I think that I'm going to propose, and speaking with Angela, that we make this bigger next year. We have filled these seats here today. We're going to work hard. We're going to get it done so fast, you're going to say we should have given them a bigger job. So let's work together so that in 2021, when we come back, we're able to do twice as much for you. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Angela Romero. Thank you to Youth City government. Thank you to the Salt Lake City mayor's staff and the other employees who are here. But especially thank you to all of you who are 18 years and younger who brought spirit of service today. Let's go get to work. Thank you. I want to invite up our council chair, Chris Wharton, council member Ana Valdemoros. Is there another council member in the audience that I missed? And just let you all say hello, introduce yourselves. Thank you for being here.
Hello, good morning, everybody. Happy Martin Luther King Jr. Day.
Buenos dias. Buenos dias.
So I'm Chris Wharton. I'm the chair of the Salt Lake City Council.
And I'm Ana Valdemoros, the council member for District 4.
Yes, I also represent District 3. So I just, what struck me is that every day in city government we really work on very basic issues, basic services, roads, sidewalks, garbage, all of those things. But in the last 2 or 3 weeks, we've really been addressing some even more basic issues in our city, which include, with the mayor's leadership, opening an emergency temporary homeless shelter to fill the gap for those that are, so that we can make sure that nobody is out on the streets during this really cold months. And then today, to be able to be here helping connect people with another very basic need, which is food scarcity. So to me, I think that it's so important to spend the day doing things like this, to be here with the community, to be here with all of you, our friends and coworkers and neighbors, to try to solve these basic needs for our city. So thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you so much to everybody for being here today. It's really inspiring to see the amount of people are here, but I want to recognize as well the people that are here every day, volunteering throughout the year, and the ones that we don't know that volunteer their time to help our less fortunate neighbors. I thank the mayor and Angela for being here, but also Angela for doing this for so long. I think the first time I was here was that long ago. And so I want to invite the people that are watching us on TV later today to see if they can have an hour or two to volunteer even either here or at the resource centers where it's the help is really needed. So thank you, Salt Lake City, for helping us build community, and I'm so proud of all of us. Thank you.
Dottie Oman, will you come up and give us a few of your brilliant words, no pressure? Dottie is a member of YouthCity government here at Salt Lake City, which is how I met Dottie when she and 3 other YouthCity government people gave the Youth State of the City address to the City Council in spring of 2019. And we were blown away at their eloquence, their vision, and their drive, really, to make change. So Dottie, we're glad to have you here today. Welcome, Dottie Oman.
Thank you for that introduction. So my name is Dottie, and I'm a sophomore at West High School. It is a pleasure to speak with you today. We are gathered here in the name of Martin Luther King Jr. in a celebration of his life and the legacy he created. Martin Luther King Jr. was a man driven by his hope for the future, but bound by the shackles of his present. See, Dr. King, thank you very much. See, Dr. King had a dream brought out by his own charity and wholeness of his heart and his faith in the good. I can guarantee you that every single person on this earth has some dream somewhere, something they are reaching for, grasping at, running to. But what dreams really are, though, is change. Now, on a personal note, I live 2 blocks from what once was the Road Home homeless shelter, and I've lived there for all my life. I've been there for Operation Rio Grande. I've been there when Cedar Creek came up and Gateway Mall became a shell of what it once was. I've seen people from all walks of life come together on those same streets of downtown. In true realism, though I live only blocks from Rio Grande, I lead a very privileged life. I accept that I am entitled, but I will not stop till I can help raise others to the same bar. Right now, everyone standing in this room has that same privilege, the privilege to make change. The proper sphere for all human beings is the largest and highest for which they are able to attain to. But what this is cannot be discovered without widening our own gazes. For without true breadth of perspective, humanity will never be able to achieve that largest and final sphere. To know that even one life has breathed easier because you have lived, this is to have succeeded. So help all of us breathe easier. Lift that pressure off their backs till all they feel is the weight of their laughing daughters on their shoulders. Let them stand just a little bit straighter. Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. Martin Luther King Jr., everyone. Thank you for the privilege of your time. Thank you, Angela Romero. Thank you, Erin Mendenhall, Mayor of Salt Lake City. Thank you to my fellow Youth City government members. And most of all, thank you to all the people here today. Thank you.